with the rest of the world, we are hoping for peace to reign in Ukraine. We would like both Russia and Ukraine to come to the end of this invasion, the end of this war, to sign a good treaty of, in the peace talks, so they come to a fruitful and successful solution. With this in mind and in our hearts, we are making this video. I was inspired and encouraged to make a video before addressing the world authorities, to unite the mind with the heart. After Cris, my beloved wife, had some signals, I've been witness to so many insights that she receives for the truth of the different matters, no matter how complicated or how difficult or not apparent to be. They seem to be, these signals, they seem to go to the bottom line, both in general and particular terms, with very precise indications of the important parts or the key aspects of things. She speaks very good English, but she's asked for me to speak a little more. But I would like to make emphasis that even if sometimes even for me personally, it's really hard to understand or to connect the things that she tells me after she receives these insights, which she says with all respect that they originated from a source bigger than what we sometimes with our rationality can even sometimes sense available. In her own terms, it's messages from God, and I know this is up to debate to many people, to question whether something like this can actually happen in our existence in this planet. But I respectfully can from my point of view, say that there are many things that seem really hard to understand, but that within the facts are proven, and one can only say that there is truth where one could sometimes think there wouldn't be. And in this case, we want to get as many people to the bottom of what makes Vladimir Putin take a decision in my opinion, such a disastrous decision to invade Ukraine, with all the implications to not just to their people, to the families in Ukraine, but to the world, the world order, and so on. And by understanding, of course, more of the possible motives of a person, we can also maybe get better to a solution. So Cris has stated that there is on one part a series of obstacles and bad influences on Vladimir Putin along the years that have been accruing or have been, coming for him to make even worse decisions, or make very wrong decisions based on this influence and adulation also from one side, from like this fake ambiguous friendship offered by I recall in some videos from Bush to Putin, this getting close but then undermining at the same time with their own interests, I think has taken a toll on the decision-making process in Mr. Putin. Also now feeling betrayed in some way, but also making acquaintance and friendship with people like Mr. Trump later on, which is as we know who he is, he doesn't know who he is, but we know who he is. And this has also been detrimental to Vladimir Putin's process and examples that he has taken to try to apply in his own presidency. So there's the also on the bad influence from the domestic bad influences in the inside of Russia. There's also, as with the U.S. elite, that is also warmongering, and also coming, trying to crush Russia since many decades ago, and seeing this is their clear chance. There's also been on the side of Russia and Russian authorities and people that have been influencing wrongly Mr. Putin, and that have been driving, or that have been, let's say, making his geopolitical drive more active, in this imperialist, absurd dream of making Russia as with Peter the Great again, kind of like paraphrasing Trump's efforts on this very partial greatness of America, as he would say. So this is a matter of Vladimir Putin's also lack of real friendship, as we can put it that way, in terms of being influenced in the right way to become the president that he could be, or the potential that he could serve as a world leader, which is failing right now because of this, kind of like chain reactions to his own decisions based on placing his trust and his attention on people that seem to lead him into this type of blind alleys, or as he is now with the invasion in Ukraine, trying to justify it, or trying to now focus on the Donbas region. But hopefully the peace talks, the development in the peace talks, is not only what is perceived by Ukraine and the West as kind of like a deceptive move from Russia to try to confuse people and the other's army, and hopefully it's more of a real goodwill action from Moscow to make people see that they are thinking seriously about withdrawing and making peace reign hopefully. This is a little bit optimistic, and it can be seen as naive or idealistic to try to talk directly or try to talk about
we're protecting our world,
of the motives of this type of people that seem to be kind of out of reach in their decisions. We see that there's a lot of turmoil and a lot of persecution inside of Russia for people who oppose. There's a lot of people that as consultants, when they talk about peace or try to criticize the invasion to Ukraine, they seem to be seized from their position. So hopefully there's an opening in our humble ways, and many other people wishes around the world to hopefully enter the conscience of Vladimir Putin and the surrounding circle, to hopefully soften their hearts and lighting up their minds to connect where they have to connect, and stop this nonsense, and stop this the shelling of cities and people and the whole country. Um, I think that the potential to unite humanity with divinity is in our reach, in our grasp, by connecting to the source by different ways, and also by paying attention to what we can say are very special avatars that can lead us and guide us to the light in these very dark times where the fog of war can lead to many different different pathways, different options, and hopefully we as humanity cross to the other side where there's more light than darkness, and where there is the heart of people triumphing over cunning and calculation and rationality that is limited, and that is only thinking in terms of pseudo power or imperialism that is anachronic right now. So hopefully we unite as people in this planet by the different ways that people can connect to the source, by heartfelt meditations, heartfelt prayers, and heartfelt rituals, where one can unite with bigger possibilities within oneself and unite with everyone, and hopefully bring peace where there has been war, and bring hope where there have been tears. So we hope in our hearts that people in Ukraine can get stronger and rise from this stronger even, and we are hoping for the Russian authorities to have a clear soul, a clear heart, and a clear mind to be up to the task of recognizing what has been done wrong and making the best efforts to retrace those wrong steps and take the right steps in the right directions. And also, if this is possible, because it hasn't been possible in some decades, for the American authorities that have been pushing and pushing and pushing for this situation, which is for them the possibility of crushing Russia and blaming them for everything. Hopefully you can understand that the real intelligent people can see you, can see your actions, can see your heart that is not connected, and shame on you. So hopefully not only you try to shame Mr. Putin, but also tell to yourselves shame on the US military that has been trying to deceive the whole world while playing world rescuer. We don't need anything of that bullshit anymore in the planet. We need to step up, and hopefully the world powers start using and understanding and embracing power in a very different and human and more close to what could be divine ways. All the best. Thank you.